Hello traders, welcome to our end of week technical analysis video. Just want to say one thing before I get into things here. Apologies for that I've missed the start of week from this week and the end of week from last week. Had some family issues and other things to sort out, so didn't have time to go ahead and record a video. But we are back in the swing of things, and yeah, we've got a lot to mark up. As you can see, we're going to dive straight into it from here. As you can see, this blue vertical line marking where we last left off in the market. As you can see, we have a lot of information to go over. The first thing I want to speak about is obviously the last time we was here, we were speaking about this resistance being found at the level of around 2743. We noticed that price had come up to this level quite a few times here, and then here. This is where we left off when we realized that price was testing this area. I believe when we was looking at this, we dived into the minute 15 as well. If I go ahead and go back real quick, we was looking at the minute 15 and looking at these point of interest that we had marked in. And I believe we spoke about the level of 2743 and the level of 240. We was expecting price to sort of consolidate between these two ranges. It's only a 30 pip range, so not a lot of movement. And as you can see, price in fact did that before we pushed up. Going back to our hour one chart now. So yeah, price ended up pushing up and then testing the all-time high, the previous all-time high of 2757. We found some resistance here before price then came to test the level of 2748. Price then came up to test the new all-time high that gold had breached of 2787. I remember in our last technical analysis video, we had this level marked in with no corresponding or no information relative to this level. Excuse me. But we understood that this level, looking at liquidation and future realities of gold, we realized that around this level would be the level of the next all-time high. And as you can see, that prediction, if you will, we don't really like to call it predictions, but that probability of that level being the next top was successful. Price ended up coming to that level to test it once, tested it twice, and then early on, just after London session opened, we had some volatility and some bearish volume enter the market, and then along with the help of the New York session kicking in, we went all the way from the level of 2787, the new all-time high for gold, all the way down to the depths of 2730. This is roughly a 500 to 600 pip move in a matter of 3 hours. So as you can see, gold took a substantial fall there, and then price again continued back up after we found this level, after it tested on our level of 2732 at the bottom depths, and then we came back up to test a previous all-time high of 2757. As you can see, price came up to here, tested this level as successfully as a resistance before price broke back down to come and test this same level of 2732 as a support multiple times. Price then broke through, coming to around 2724, and then came back up to test that previous level of 2748. We had two tests of this level before price then took a bearish turn. Obviously, this is all in the build-up of the election. As you guys know, Donald Trump has been elected as president. No opinions on that. However, gold ended up dropping substantially and significantly, if you will, and we saw price drop from 2748 all the way down to the depths of 2643. That's over 1,000 pips drop in gold. In comparison to the all-time high, we're looking at roughly, let's say, around 1,500 pips drop from the all-time high down to the depths. We broke past that 2,700 level, which is a ridiculous move. And then since then, price sort of found support at this area. We saw some support price action here around these levels for around from 2670 to 2655. We saw price sort of start consolidating and then give us a bullish flag, taking price back up to where we first found that drop at 2704. Price found resistance around this level and then dropped back down to where it is now currently testing at 2684. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to mark up from here, from our blue vertical line, and we're just going to go ahead and put in a path as we normally do. So like we spoke about, we had that consolidation where we saw price in between these two ranges. Price then broke up, to test a new all-time high, to test the previous all-time high of 2757. Price came back down to test previous resistance as support, and then price came up, down, up, and then we saw price break again, like we just said, at 2732. Price then came up to test the level 2757, and then again came down, tested this range here, came up here. Just going to mark in roughly, do it quick for you guys, obviously, as we've just spoken about this. And then we have our level here. Price came back up here, broke all the way down to here. Then we had some consolidation. Minor head here. And to where we are with price now. So if you see that, if you see what we're seeing, as you can see, every single point in which gold has tested is on one of our previous marked in point of interest levels, which is a key indication to us that our levels that we are marking in are correct, and are in fact significant points within the market where we can expect gold to have some sort of resilience or some sort of reaction to. So we've had, since our last TA, we've had a big bullish run, taking us to an all-time high, and then with everything else happening on in the world, especially the US election, we have had a downfall, with gold dropping over, like we just said, 1,500 pips, all the way down to the depths past 2,700. So what we're going to go ahead and do now, as we always do, is we're going to go ahead and go through on the lower time frame. We're going to go minute 15, and we're going to just zoom into this section here and go over roughly what we could expect. So obviously, as you can see, on this time frame, on minute 15, we do have quite a lot of point of interests. At some point, what I will do is I will do a video where we sort of clean up the chart, because we want, basically what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to have our hour 4 levels marked in on the hour 4, and then obviously we want to be able to go down to the hour 1 and just have the hour 1 level marked in, 15 and 5, and so on and so forth. So right, what could we expect from here? So as you can see, prices come up. We've tested after the depths were tested down here at 2645. We've seen a consolidation block followed by a bullish flag that was ended here before price pushed back up out of these depths. Just passed back into the 2700 range. As you can see, gold since then has dropped back down to test just below the 2700 range at 2688. As we can see here, this current price action that we are seeing is relatively giving us information that we can see some sort of support is being found at this level. We're going to go ahead and mark that in with an eclipse for you, just so we can have that in there for the future, and we can basically sort of start seeing where we can think the market is going to go. Remember, we don't do predictions inside these technical analysis, but we do give the most probable move. So with the current price action that we are seeing for example, if I go ahead and zoom in right now and just go on right now what is happening, we've had our 1 candlestick, our 2, and then our 3. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick, because this candlestick has wiped out the information of this last candlestick, and this would be our entry candlestick if you was to take trades. So obviously you see this retracement after the bullish engulfing, and then you'd enter somewhere around here. So let's move on. So the current price action that we are definitely seeing this level of 2684 to 2683 tested as a support. We could in turn expect, if this support holds and we see price action continue, we will most likely see a bullish move from here, with gold testing and perhaps coming up to this level of 269. We could even see price come back down to sort of test around this new level that has been formed of around 2691. Or we could in turn see price just continue all the way up, perhaps even breaking through back above the 2700 levels. As you guys know, it is Friday. The general election and stuff has been set in, so volume and volatility within the gold market will have come to a minimum in comparison to the week we have just seen. The last week or two that we have just seen has been very volatile, and very a lot of volume has been injected inside the market, full of bulls and bears. So during that time, for the last week or the week and a half, we were seeing some uncertainty within the market. Obviously, our VIP channels have not been doing the best. We haven't had many take profit trades. Obviously, you guys know us. We'd rather not send trades in just for the sake of it and lose you guys unnecessary money, which is as to the reason why there hasn't been many trades being sent in. I understand that quite a lot of you are frustrated by this, but what I will do for you is, if there has been a week where there's no signals being sent in, I will reimburse you for that 1 week, and I will make sure that you have the full satisfaction of the subscription that you purchased. For example, it's not fair on you traders if you have purchased a 1 month subscription and only 3 weeks signals have been sent in. That's not really a 1 month subscription. So again, if you have been in our VIP channel and there has been a week where we haven't sent signals in, do not worry, we will reimburse you that. We will reimburse you with a fresh new subscription. If it's been more than a week, we are more than likely just going to reimburse you with a free 1 month subscription, as we like to say. We like to keep our customers close, and obviously you guys are like a family. If it wasn't for you guys, this thing wouldn't be happening. But yeah, let's carry on. So, most probable move from price action we are going to see today, as you know, it's Friday, the market will close at 10 p.m. GMT tonight, is a bullish move. Whether we see price find this resistance, or this, and break through the 2700 levels and then continue on. So bullish move is probably the most probable move as of right now. But we could see a bearish continuation here, where price finds this level as a support. But the reason why we think that price will continue on through to the 2700 levels from this area is because of the price action that we are seeing. We're seeing 1, 2, but 3 tests of this support. A decently sized bullish consolidation block, indicating to us that this isn't just going to be a slight pullback. It's going to be sort of a major move. Obviously, we're not going to see any new all-time highs hit anytime soon, but with the price action that we are seeing, we will most likely see a few hundred pips moved from this level. In turn, price could end up, with all this being said, price could end up coming to this level of 2696, which is obviously a major level now. You can see here that this is where the price first broke down before we came all the way down to the 2645 level. And something interesting, if I just go over, I remember we marked in these 2 black horizontal lines, marking in the level of 2675 and 2645. As you can see, these were marked in a very, very long time ago. These were marked in somewhere around, if I go ahead and just zoom back, if I go ahead, keep going, bear with me. This is why we marked in these levels. It was because we saw a common resistance and support found, and we saw that this was a major consolidation block. It was a major turning point for gold. As you can see, we was trading between this range for quite a long time. And yeah, so you can definitely see that this block is definitely, these levels that we marked in are definitely significant to us. As you can see, it was the top and it was the bottom of this range before price then broke out above the 2675 level, indicating to us again that a bullish move is definitely more probable. However, coming back to what I was saying, if I go ahead and grab another path for you, even though taking into account this consolidation and this these bullish confirmations are strong, we could in turn just see price come up to this 2696 level, find a resistance. Right, okay, give me 1 second. We could in turn see price come up to this 2696 level and then continue to break down. We could see this level of 2684 broken, and we could see this range hit again between 2675 and 2645, with price can sort of consolidating between these ranges before it decides to either break down further or break up above. So definitely there is a chance at a bearish move. There always is, there always will be. Nothing is ever 100% within this market, but from what we are seeing, from the current price action that we are seeing and the current turn that gold has taken, a bullish move for the foreseeable future is definitely most likely. We're going to go ahead and go to our daily, and we're going to go ahead and zoom in and see really what is going on. As you guys know, we have had this trend line marked in for quite some time now. I believe it is a weekly trend line. Yep, that is right. If I go ahead and reset price scale and just sort of zoom in on this for you. As you can see, we marked in this trend line after we started this bullish run in June, and as you can see, it has been a sufficient run. As you can see on the weekly time frame, we have broken to a new all-time high, and then where we are currently is testing on a previous all-time high, just like it has done before. As you can see, we break up and then price comes back down to test. This is still overall on a higher time frame a bull run. We are still in a bullish trend, although we have had a significant drop of around 1,000 to 1,500 pips. We are definitely still in a bullish run, and the reason we know this is because obviously the price action we see and this trend line that is marked up on our weekly time frame is still sufficient. As you can see, price came down to near test that and then has since then come up. If we go ahead and go to our daily now, reset price scale and zoom in for you, we will see roughly the same thing, just in a little bit more detail. Price came down to near to this level and then has since come back up. It looks to be prices testing this previous level. However, as you can see in previous price action, we have seen a higher high created and then a higher low. This time we have seen the higher high, but now we are creating lower highs and lower lows. There definitely is a possibility for price to continue bearish. However, with the strength of gold and everything returning back to normal in terms of volatility and volume wise, we will most likely see this bullish continuation. Obviously, we have had a significant drop and it will take a little bit for it to recover to hit new all-time highs, but we are definitely in the run for a bullish move. Again, as you can see, price broke up on the hour before after testing that level of 2645, came just above the 2700s level and then broke back down to where we are now, what we've just spoke about, this support. We could see this support tested throughout today. It could just be tested all the way through till Monday or till Sunday night when the market opens up at 10 p.m. GMT. We could see the consolidation, this support of 2684 to 2683 tested multiple times before it makes its mind up and then continues on to trade between this range. Overall, in the next coming week, we most likely will see, if we see the right price action and gold returns to its normal state, we will most likely see a new all-time high hit in the few coming weeks. And that level will definitely be above the 2800 level. We haven't actually looked at liquidation or any key market levels and future how could I say this, future visions for gold. Obviously you have to take into accountability a lot of data and a lot of there could be a lot of misconceptions into where gold could go. Obviously the last time we sort of said, where we said gold touch an all-time high was correct, but it doesn't mean the next time we say that it will be correct. But I can assure you that it will definitely, if we do hit an all-time high, it will be above the 2,800 level. So that's going to be our end of week technical analysis. Sorry for the delay, but we are now back. I hope you guys have enjoyed. One more thing I will say is what gold is going to be doing right now is it's going to be struggling to break through that 2,700 level. Once we see a significant break of that 2,700 level, we will see gold continue bullish and creep back up towards the previous all-time high of around 2,787. So yeah, once again, that's been our end of week technical analysis video. We are back. Hope you guys have been enjoying these technical analysis videos. I appreciate the feedback. I think I've got the audio down to a T now. Haven't had many comments about that. And yeah, for those asking how to contact us or how to get involved, don't hesitate to check out our website at goldsignals.io. You will find all the information you need, along with our bot link that will take you straight to our customer service team, which is not automated. It is our real life. They are humans. It is a customer service chatbot for you to ask questions or have any inquiries or anything that you need from us, anything that we can do, we will try our best to accompany you in that. So yeah, that's going to be our end of week technical analysis. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one on Monday. Hopefully we can have a better week next week. Now with gold out of that uncertainty state and the volume and the volatility dropping down to its normal state, we should be able to get in some nice trades. I believe we have had a couple problems inside our group chats, just general software problems that our traders and coders are currently trying to fix. So I'm hoping over this weekend everything will be back to norm, and then we will see Monday everything back in full action. So yeah, that's been me, Gold Signals. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and peace.